So what's up, everybody? Oddman 105, aka the Odd One here. And yep, you've guessed it, this method still works. I'm going to show you what has to be the best possible way to farm a large sum of nanites, with one major exception that will dynamically change how you farm nanites from curious deposits moving forward. So stay tuned. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, I like to periodically visit some of my older videos to ensure that the information in those tutorials remains accurate. And as mentioned, this method still works. So today we're going to harvest Runaway Mould from curiosities with one major exception. We will be using Questionably Sweet Cake as a booster to harvest even more Runaway Mould, thereby increasing the amount of nanites we obtain. So we have a lot to get through, so let's just get right into this. Now, before we begin, you'll need access to a portal and all 16 glyphs. If you don't know how to find a portal, then check this video linked right here and in the description on how to find portals as quickly as possible. Next, you'll need all 16 portal glyphs, and if you don't have all 16 of your portal glyphs, then check this video linked right here and in the description on how to get all 16 portal glyphs quickly. First, let's discuss your multi-tool. Now, you can harvest curious deposits with any type of multi-tool, whether it's a C-class, S-class, rifle, staff, it doesn't matter. Just ensure that your multi-tool has at least one available supercharge slot. This is very important, and you guys will see that here in the video. Now, as you can see, I will be using my runic multi-tool, since runic multi-tools have the highest mining damage of any other multi-tools in the game. But again, you don't need this. So now that you have the right multi-tool, you need to outfit it with the right mining hardware. So head to a space station and speak with the multi-tool vendor. Okay, get through his dialogue, and you want to purchase 3 S-class mining beam modules. Okay, right here. Purchase 3 of them. Do not waste your time hunting for X-Class upgrades. Remember that X-Class upgrades can be as bad as C-Class or even better than S-Class, but I'm telling you, it'll take you a month of Sundays to find 3 of the best X-Class upgrades for your mining beam. So just ignore all that. Purchase 3 S-Class mining beam modules and you're good to go. Now, if you're unable to find a space station with S-Class mining beam modules, then use the glyphs on your screen right now to go to a system with a space station that sells S-Class mining beam modules. Next, head to the space anomaly and speak to EOS, the multi-tool research vendor, or as I like to call him, Jaws with the bling bling. And you'll need to purchase and install the advanced mining laser, which is needed to mine advanced resources such as curious deposits. Also, purchase and install the optical drill. And this blueprint is exceptionally important because by default, it gives you an additional 50% of resources mined. And this is the one blueprint that many content creators forget about whenever making tutorials governing resource mining. So don't leave the space anomaly without this blueprint. Next, head over and speak to Celine, the exosuit research merchant. And the last time I saw her, well, I think it's a her anyway, but speak to Celine, and you'll want to purchase and install the Nutrient Ingestor. Now, this is brand new technology that was released with the World's Part 2 update. And the Nutrient Ingestor makes resource gathering game-breaking. And you guys will see exactly what I mean during the video. Now, eating certain foods in No Man's Sky will provide your player character with certain buffs, one of which being a massive buff to resources mined. And the nutrient processor will grant your player the ability to not only eat foods on the go, but it'll stack the duration of those buffs, and you guys will see that here in the video. So the nutrient processor is immensely important. And before leaving the space anomaly, purchase the blueprints for the nutrient processor. Now, we won't be doing any cooking during this demonstration, but there's one food item that you absolutely must craft that makes this entire resource gathering process work. Next, you'll need a source of curious deposits for Runaway Mould. Now, all planets have curious deposits, but they can be very difficult to find, and they are identified on your heads-up display as the orange diamonds with the white stars. Now, if you're having difficulty finding your own source of curious deposits, then don't worry, because the odd man's got you covered. On screen right now are the glyphs to this planet in this star system in Euclid Galaxy with the highest concentration of curious deposits that I've ever seen in No Man's Sky. There are several, and I'm talking several bases on this planet with curious deposits farms, so you can farm here on this planet at your discretion. Now, once you've found your own source of curious deposits, set up a base and set up 3 medium and 3 large refiners. Now, you may have to move some distance from your base computer to set up the 3rd large refiner, but that is a build limitation of the game. Alternatively, if you own a freighter, then you can set up as many refiners as you want. As you can see, I've got 10 large refiners here on my freighter, and we're going to use every one of them. Next, let's briefly discuss cooking in No Man's Sky. Now, as mentioned, eating certain foods will give your player character certain buffs, and we won't be doing any cooking since it's beyond the scope of this video. However, there's at least one very important food item that you absolutely must craft to make this entire resource gathering process work, and this is also why you need the nutrient processor. Okay, and it's right here. Questionably sweet cake. Eating this one food will give your player character a massive boost to resources mined. Now, that's in addition to the buff that you'll receive when using the optical drill for mining resources. Now, this is a very time-consuming food item to craft. However, if you're interested, here's the recipe, okay? Take a screenshot if you have to. Also, let me add that you do have the option to refine or duplicate all of these food crafting items to include the questionably sweet cake, if you want to, okay? Now, remember that this is your game, you bought this game, play the game for what it is, enjoy it for what it is. Ignore the haters. If refine or duplication doesn't suit your playstyle, simply just don't do it. But this is also an option available to you. And it's money time, so you're all ready to go. You have the multi-tool with the correct mining beam blueprints and S-Class upgrades. You found yourself a source of curious deposits, and you've also crafted the questionably sweet cake for the buff. So all that's left to do now is mine some curiosities. Okay, so as a demonstration, let's remove the optical drill and put this in inventory. And as you guys can see, I've already done a little bit of mining of curious deposits for Runaway Mould, but we're going to fill out this entire stack of cargo space here. So we've got no additional buffs. Let's mine one resource. Okay. So from that one curious deposit, we have 490 Runaway Mould. Now, the amount of Runaway Mould you can get per curious deposit will vary. Now, let's reinstall the optical drill. Now, as you can see here, it says an additional 50% resources mined, but let's go ahead and put this in the supercharge slot. Now, doing so gets us an additional 88% resources mined, so this almost doubles our resource. Now, let's mine another curious deposit. So that gets us 758, okay? Now for the good part. But wait, there's more. Let's add one questionably sweet cake to our nutrient ingestor. Here we go. We only need one. So as you can see, the effect is an additional 64% resources mined, and the duration is 10 minutes. So let's begin ingestion. All right. Now, prepare to be amazed. Watch this. Do you see all that Runaway Mould? 12,006 Runaway Mould. This is insane. So let's mine up all of this. And don't blink. You don't want to miss anything. Keep watching. 25, 32,000, 38,000. This is insane. And remember, Runaway Mould respawns almost instantly. So you can rinse and repeat this as much as you want. So check this out. Look at all of that. That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts. So what we're going to do, as a demonstration, let's create a restore point. Okay, and let's reload. Okay, we're back. As you guys can see, our curiosities are back. All right. What we're going to do is mine up the rest of these and review our inventory. So we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. And only after about 2 minutes of harvesting Runaway Mould, check this out. Look at all of this Runaway Mould. This is insane. And yes, using the Questionably Sweet Cake as a booster to harvest resources is a legitimate gameplay mechanic, and it's not a bug. So what we're going to do is take all of this Runaway Mould up to my freighter and process it. Okay, so we're here on my freighter, and I've got 15 large refiners here in this area. So we're going to fill up each large refiner with a full stack of Runaway Mould. And let this run. Let's go to Exosuit. There we go. And let this run, or each one of them run for 20 minutes. And when they're done, we'll be right back and count up the nanite total. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes and all refining is complete. Now, before we collect these nanites, I want you guys to take note of the total amount of nanites in my inventory at 130,173. So what we're going to do is collect all of these nanites, and we will tally the total upon our return. Okay, so here's the final refiner, and a full stack of Runaway Mould will get you almost 2,000 nanites. Let's just round it up. This is 2,000 nanites. Okay, add this to Exosuit. Okay, so let's take a look. Amazing, isn't it? We went from 130,000 nanites to 160,000 nanites in about 20 minutes time. That's 30,000 nanites in as little as 20 minutes. Now, setup is time consuming, but come on. Harvesting Runaway Mould for nanites is a simple matter of rinse and repeat. It's too easy. And yes, you can also sell black market weapons and tech upgrades for nanites and harvest Sentinel Glass for nanites as well. If you're interested, check my tutorials in the description for those methods. And that's pretty much it. This method of harvesting Runaway Mould for nanites still works as of the latest Relics update, so don't sleep on this. And with that being said, this video is a wrap. I'm an Oddman105, aka the Odd One, and if you guys found this video informative, then you know what to do. Smash that subscriber button, hit that bell icon, leave a few likes while you're here, and hey, don't forget to check me out on Twitter at Oddman105, and I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe, and remember, don't just start the fire, bring the smoke, and take care out there.